All right, you know it's a good day whenever you come home to that box right there. Let's check it out. I don't know if you can see in there. Yeah, boy. Got my Tinks. Here it goes nothing. Oh, I knew it was going everywhere. All the good stuff, guys. What a lot of people don't know is that you can go directly to Tink's website, tinks.com, and order anything that you need. So if your local retailer doesn't have what you're specifically looking for when it comes to the Tink's products, jump on their website. They got everything right there available. This right here is why we're out here today. And it is the Mock Scrape starter kit from Tink's. We're gonna go ahead and get some mock scrapes put in today. First one is right over here. So you can see it's an old scrape. They typically will start using that scrape in mid-October into November. They don't really touch it otherwise. Now out front, we have a community scrape right on the edge of that point where the three fields come together. And most of the deer on this property are hitting that already. So got a ton of good intel of pretty much every buck on the property and doe come by that tree almost every day and freshen it up. And basically what they're doing is that's their way of communicating. That's their way of telling each other who is in what area. And you'll see them, they'll get up there, they're rubbing. So scrapes are not just something that you do for the rut. Scrapes are just a natural way of communication for these deer. And if you want to get good intel or more intel, start you a mock scrape. And you can use the Power Scrape Mock Scrape starter. They're the one on the left. I'll usually order 2 or 3 extra of the starters because I'm going to run those from now up until about the second week of October. And then I'm going to put the finisher in and let that run for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to start putting Tink 69 in that same dispenser. And the cool thing about these dispensers, guys, is they only drip during daylight hours. And so it really allows your money to go further when you're using the Tink system, because it's not just sitting there dripping 24/7 and you're going through a whole bottle in a couple days. That one starter bottle is going to last me about, I'd say, a good week to a week and a half. And then I'll come out and put another bottle in. Like I said, we're going to run that up until October. Then we'll switch it over to the Mock Scrape finisher. That's going to really start amping them up. And then as we go into November, late October, I'm going to switch over to the Tink 69, start putting that in there. And that just tells the bucks that there might be an early popping estrus doe in and around the area. So you'll start pulling even more bucks onto your property that way. But again, a lot of people don't know or don't realize that you don't have to go to Walmart or Academy or anywhere else to get Tinks. You can go directly to Tink's website, tinks.com, and order whatever you want, just like I did. Comes to you in a box, and you're good to go. So a lot of times I find that Tinks runs out pretty quick because everybody uses it. Why not? It works. And especially once you start getting towards like late October, even in November, it's hard to find exactly what you're looking for on the store shelves. Another thing that I really like during season are these smoking sticks. Guys, these things right here do multiple things for you while you're in the stand. One, great indicator of where the wind's going, because if you're 20 feet up in the air, your wind might be doing one thing, but the wind down on the ground might be doing something totally different. So this gives you a great indication of where your wind's going. Plus it's dispensing whatever scent you want in the air. You can have a cover scent, you can have, like I have here, Tink 69, but I always have plenty of these on hand. Another thing, the boot drags or the scent drags. Love these. As I'm walking in and out, I'm going to put either trophy buck, depends on what time of year it is, but I'm always pulling a drag behind me whenever I'm coming in and out of the woods, just to help have that cover scent, leave a trail. Cool thing is, deer 30 minutes before dark, almost every time a deer gets on that trail that I walked in on and comes right to me. So if you're not using a drag, another piece of advice, and Tinks has really good ones, you can wash these things up. Wouldn't really recommend throwing them into your laundry. Wife's not going to be too happy about that, but you can wash them in a bucket, soap and water, clean them, let them dry, air dry, and reuse them. Another thing, The scent reels, love these things just because I can fill this with scent, hunt for a couple hours, go over, put it back together or reel it back in. It caps, it's airtight, and I can use it multiple times throughout the season. So, but I'm excited, guys. I got my Tinks box in. I'm getting ready to do a mock scrape. So like I said, I'm gonna go over here. I know this is a scrape for more of the rut, but I'm gonna go ahead and trim some of these trees out. Got my pole saw, so I'm gonna clean that out. I'm gonna clean this up above one out. Some of these over here. So I want just this one branch right here to be the dominating branches protruding off of this tree line. So I'm gonna clean the other stuff out and give them a really, you know, good look at that one branch to come in and start really rubbing on or scraping on. I know it's really hard to tell on camera here, but I trimmed out all the trees, the branches on both sides. So really I've just got that one main branch sticking out now. And then right above that, we're gonna hang the mock scrape starter drip. So it'll drip down past that tree branch and then hit the ground. So it'll give them something to rub on up top. And then obviously the scrape that we're gonna make on the ground. But another thing I wanted to show you guys, obviously whenever you're trimming branches, stuff like that, it's all hitting the ground, you want to get rid of it. The last thing you want to do is just throw it in the woods. You need to watch what you're doing, because if you come over here, let me spin this around, but you can see right there, that is a heavy trail coming in and out of the woods, a dominant trail headed right to that feeder. Last thing you want to do is take a bunch of debris, sticks, brush, tree limbs, whatever, and throw and crawl and mess up that natural route that the deer are already using. So I'm actually going to take these branches that I broke off and haul them down this other way and throw them in the woods on the other side and get my scent away from that. But I'm going to get the ladder, I'm going to hang my mock scrape starter up there and hopefully start getting some intel on this mock scrape real soon. All right, so another cool thing with this dispenser is I just came over here so I can video it on my tripod, but I can literally put this in the dispenser, fill it up. That's the mock scrape starter. Throw my cap on there. Comes with this little handy dandy plug. Now I can carry that in just like that, so if I'm hunting public land or something like that and I don't want to mess with taking all these bottles and different things in, I can literally put that in there. Obviously be careful with it, but I can carry it in just like this, hang it from the tree, pop the cap, it starts dripping and doing its job. So I'm telling you guys, if you're not using this system, check it out. Last thing I want to do in the preparation of this mock scrape is just come up here and break some of these twigs, pull off some of these extra leaves. Then I want to take this trophy buck from Tink's and just get a little bit of that dripping down that branch. I'll do that on both of them. So, as you can tell, I cleared out all the extra branch and shrubbery coming out of there. So this is the primary branch protruding into the field, sitting about 6.5 feet tall. Roughed up the dirt below. Got some of that drip going in there already. I hung my mock scrape starter kit dispenser up in the tree. I tie it up there tight, double knot it, keep the extra rope up above everything. But that's dripping. I got my branches broke, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Got my camera already mounted. This is our Tink's mock scrape. We got it all set up, and rest assured you, in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna be bringing you a ton of intel of every buck on the farm tearing this tree up. All right, so I got my stealth cam all mounted, and one of the last things that I like to do is get some surrounding foliage, grass, leaves, dirt, whatever it might be. One, clean that Tink's off my hands. Oh, see, just get that smell coming out. And then I want to wipe that. I just want to wipe it all over that camera. I want to wipe it all over anything that I've touched, just to get my human scent off there, and it'll get those deer more acclimated to this setup a lot faster.
Sunrise is over the valley, speaks right to my soul, and there ain't nowhere else I'd rather go. There ain't nowhere like this town, no matter